A confused mind leads to all sorts of confusion. A confused mind leads to all sorts of contradiction. A confused mind leads to all sorts of conflicts. A confused mind leads to all sorts of confrontation. A confused mind leads to all sorts of controversy. A confused mind leads to all sorts of clash. A confused mind leads to all sorts of crisis. And all of these, that is, confusion, contradiction, conflicts, confrontation, controversy, clash, and crisis, therefore lead to pressure, pain, fear, grief, tension, stress, and depression. Thus, the first and foremost thing to do anything or achieve anything or win over anyone is to have a clear mind, because a clear mind leads to all kinds of creative transformation. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative calmness. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative thinking. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative ways. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative suggestions. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative solutions. A clear mind leads to all kinds of creative happiness. Hence, go for a clear mind, long for a clear mind, learn for a clear mind, strive for a clear mind, fight for a clear mind. If you are successful in making your mind a clear mind, you will be successful in anything you like. If we have the courage, let's face all our weaknesses. If we have the focus, let's fight with all our might. If we have the creativity, let's create a hope for everyone around us. If we have the positivity, let's fill each and every mind with an inspiring attitude. If we have the power, let's pave the way for all of us. If we have the will, let's win over the hearts of the world. Let us discover what we have. And for this discovery, let's stop depending. Let's start accepting. Let's stop competing. Let's start creating. Let's stop flying. Let's start fighting. Let's stop dreaming. Let's start discovering. It takes a creativity to create the way. It takes a way to begin the journey. It takes a journey to become the wise mind. It takes a wise mind to realize any dream. It takes a dream to develop the creative mind. It takes a creative mind to feel the power of a mind. It takes a powerful mind to experience the wisdom. And it takes the wisdom to move forward in the world. Therefore, think consciously, think completely, think attentively, think deeply, think devotedly, think dedicatedly, think beautifully, think wholeheartedly, and think globally. It is patience that teaches lifelong lessons. It is patience that develops lifelong power. It is patience that creates lifelong wisdom. It is patience that paves a lifelong way. It is patience that makes for the lifelong success. Of course, staying patient is the biggest challenge for the mind, but it is the greatest key to open the door of all the powers of the mind. But how does patience develop? That's the point. To develop patience, one must know it, one must understand it, and one must assimilate it that Patience develops only when one commits oneself wholeheartedly to one's vision. Patience develops only when one dedicates oneself wholeheartedly to one's vision. Patience develops only when one devotes oneself wholeheartedly to one's vision. Patience develops only when one focuses oneself wholeheartedly to one's vision. Patience develops only when one prepares oneself wholeheartedly for one's vision. Patience develops only when one sacrifices oneself wholeheartedly for one's vision. Patience develops only when one subjects oneself to sufferings wholeheartedly for one's vision. Patience develops only when one creates oneself wholeheartedly for one's vision. Patience develops only when one accepts oneself wholeheartedly for one's vision. Patience develops only when one develops oneself wholeheartedly for one's vision. It means that it is the vision that develops patience. Therefore, each and every person must start developing a vision right from the beginning. But to do so, one must keep it in mind that it all begins with concentration. Yes, it takes concentration, which plays the biggest role in shaping a vision. Always remember that without concentration, there won't be any vision. And without vision, there won't be any patience. It means that it takes a vision to develop patience, and it needs concentration to develop any kind of vision. Thus, the only way to develop patience is to stick wholeheartedly to a vision under any kind of circumstances. And the only way to develop a vision is to start concentrating wholeheartedly under any sort of conditions right from this moment. Concentration. Yes, you heard it right. Concentration. Like all other arts practiced in life, concentration is also an art to be practiced. MANOGYAN believes that concentration is the greatest art of all arts because it is the root of happiness in life, and the happiness is the cause of success in everything. Hence, to succeed in anything, one must go after happiness, and for happiness, one must concentrate. But in the world full of distracting elements, most of the minds, as a result, lose their focus. Therefore, learning to develop concentration is a must for everyone to stay happy under any given conditions. To understand it the other way around, everyone must concentrate to stay happy and succeed. As it is a very well-known fact that practice of any art makes the practitioner perfect, it is also a fact that if one lacks in concentration, one lacks in all kinds of affairs in life, which leads to unhappiness, and that leads to failure. Therefore, each and every person must focus on developing concentration. MANOGYAN is all about concentration. The sole goal of MANOGYAN is to make everyone concentrate for his or her utmost contribution to the world, for a humanly possible betterment of the world, and for the upliftment of the world at large. Now, lend all your ears, pay close attention, and listen to it with all your heart. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the most committed person becomes a diverted person. With concentration, even the most diverted person becomes a committed person. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the easiest task of all seems the hardest one. With concentration, even the hardest task of all seems the easiest one. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the strongest of all loses the smallest battle. With concentration, even the weakest of all wins the biggest battle. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the most intelligent mind becomes the weakest mind. With concentration, even the weakest mind becomes the most intelligent mind. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the richest person becomes the poorest. With concentration, even the poorest person becomes the richest. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even the greatest of all languishes. With concentration, even the worst of all flourishes. Concentration is the key, because without concentration, even a success creates a failure. With concentration, even a failure creates a success. Thus, concentration is the key, because concentration is the key to happiness under all kinds of circumstances, and the happiness becomes the cause of success under any given conditions. Dream, 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 dream it, dream it, dream it. Create the dream, talk the dream, walk the dream, feel the dream, live the dream, enrich the dream, dream the dream. Dream the creativity, dream the talk, dream the walk, dream the feel, dream the life, dream the riches, dream the dream. Dream it, dream it, dream it. Keep dreaming it, keep dreaming it, keep dreaming it. याद रखना, इंसान के मन की हर एक समस्या का समाधान है मनोज्ञान के होगा साबित भारत के लिए ऐसा एक वरदान है मनोज्ञान के करेगा जो हर इंसान के मन को शिक्षित ऐसा एक ऐलान है मनोज्ञान के निकला है जो तब के साल कई ऐसा एक मन है मनोज्ञान के